Prepare, pivot, and lead with confidence. Before we get started, I'd like to start off with an empty slate. And so I want you to clear your mind of all negative things. And so I want you to repeat after me, if you will. No more, I'll do it tomorrow. No more, I don't have enough money. No more, I'm going to wait until it's easier. No more, I'm too tired. No more, I can't. No more buts. No more, I'm not good enough. No more, it's too hard. No more, no more, no more. Listen, 2021 is your year, people. This is your year. My mantra is no excuses, make it happen. And I'm going to tell you about how it can be your year too. Now I know a little bit about leading with confidence because there was a time in my life where I was not that confident. Every woman has a story, and I am certainly no different. So I want you to think about, raise your hand if you remember your first love. I remember my first love. My first love was 6 feet tall. He was impeccably dressed. He used to wear suits and dress pants to work. Suit and dress pants to high school. Um, and so he looked very different among the high school students. And, we dated all through up to my senior year in high school, which had been about June of 1984. And, after graduation, there were plans to go to college and different things. And so he asked me, what is it that you want for your birthday? You see, my birthday was 2 months after high school graduation. My birthday was in August. And so I said, I want to get married. And guess what? We got married exactly 2 months after I graduated from high school. Now, during this time, I was a stay at home mom. Your girl was in love. I was popping babies out 3 years straight, July, August, and September consecutively. My life was wonderful. Can I tell you that? My life was wonderful until my life was not. When my marriage ended, my children were 3, 2, and 1. You heard that right. 3, 2, and 1 years old. And so my life, I describe it as chaos. Chaos is any distraction that is powerful enough and important enough to sidetrack us from achieving our goals. Because keep in mind, your girl had gave up her college dreams to get married and be a wife and mother. There is a saying by Dr. Willie Jolly where he says a setback is a setup for a comeback. And so, how many of you know your girl needed a setup for a comeback? And so, I had to prepare myself to pivot, and not only pivot, your girl needed to pivot with confidence. I wanted to get that college degree that I gave up for love. And so I'm going to share with you the 3 things that I did to convert my chaos, my distractions in my life at that time from a teenage bride to Dr. Karen Hills Pruden. And I did this by preparing myself, for what was ahead and pivoting from just a wife and a mother to a career woman and a college graduate who happened to be a mother of 3 small children you know. So, first thing I want you to do is think about a time when you did not feel confident. I want you to zero in on one particular specific time and type no excuses in the chat when you have it. Are you there yet? Type no excuses when you have it. Keep that keep that specific time in your life in mind, and I'm going to share with you how I prepared to prepared myself to pivot and lead with confidence. And so the first thing I did was I conducted a personal SWOT analysis. You heard that right: strength, weakness, opportunities, and threats. Your girl had to do some self assessment. And so I want you to also think about your strengths, weakness, opportunities, and your threats. For me, I was now responsible for three small humans, ages 3, 2, and 1. And if I was going to go to college, I needed daycare. And so, what are your strengths that you can build on? I want you to think about that. And what are your weaknesses? What are your weaknesses that you can overcome, and how will you overcome them? Think about what opportunities can you seize, or create or enhance your success. We often sometimes don't even see opportunities that are right in front of us, and opportunities, sometimes we have to evaluate the time and the effort and the money that is required to take advantage of some opportunities, because some opportunities come with a cost. And so I want you also to dig deep and think about what threatens your success, what threatens you from achieving your goals, and are there any outside factors that limit your potential? You know, Think about ways to minimize the impact of any threats that you may have. Do you need education? Do you need credentials, to move forward in your career? Did you know that you can change the perception that people have of your skills by intentionally working on developing those skills? Absolutely, you can change your perception. So remember, young Karen, remember, after my marriage, I had three children, aged 3, 2, and 1, who had to be factored into my every decision going forward. That was my weakness. However, opportunity was not too far away. I had a mother in law who was a stay at home mom. She was not very fond of me during the times that her son and I were going through a divorce. However, she loved her grandchildren, my grandchildren. And so I had a choice. I could have stood in my own way and not allow her to assist me with daycare, or I could ask her to keep my children. And God would have it that I didn't even have to ask, because she offered. You know, God will turn a foe into an ally. And in God's plan, everyone is an option. So we got to stay focused and keep our goals in mind. Now, remember, chaos or distractions, now they do not just show up in your personal life, they show up in your professional life as well. So be on the lookout. You know, your distractions may be different from mine, and they probably are. Your distractions could involve debt that's preventing you from buying a house, or maybe investing in a business, or maybe you did not finish your degree and it's preventing you from getting promoted on your job. Whatever it is, you must confront it. You must confront the chaos, confront the distractions, and make the choice to deal with it. You must, so that you can realize your goals. After I conducted my personal SWOT analysis, I had then to prepare to pivot. And part of that preparing to pivot part of that preparing to pivot had a lot to do with, me doing an assessment. And so after my divorce, I was a full time college student. I was working a full time job with three very small children who were under 5 years old. And so I was up doing homework in the wee hours of the night. Some nights I never went to sleep. But former President Barack Obama has this quote that he has used, and it says, "Change is never easy, but always possible." And I stick to that and I stand behind that. And so, your situation may be very, very different from mine, but regardless, I need you to make some adjustments to pivot. You know, What do you need to prepare to pivot, and lead with confidence? Well, I have three suggestions for you. First, progressions. That's progressions, progressions. When I finished my bachelor's degree, I was back in class working on my master's. I went on to get my doctorate degree and I stayed focused. Progressions simply mean layering your skills over time. So you develop a deeper level of refinement of your skills. For instance, you would go, instead of going from associate to executive, you would go from associate to senior associate to manager to senior manager to executive. Progressions. The next thing I want you to do is practice, practice, practice. In order to lead with confidence, you need to practice. And then the next key is presentation. As your skills improve, you will become more confident. Confident people are not invisible people. Leading with confidence requires a degree of self trust, and you must look and you must act, and you must speak with self assurance. You must be consistent in everything you do because everything is part of your personal brand. That's right. You have a personal brand. And so your mindset impacts your confidence. A confident mindset allows you to kind of frame your thoughts in powerful ways so that they are positive. Self-talk is power, Power. And using confident words help clarify your belief in yourself. So I want you to make your self-talk action oriented, and I want you to practice positive self-talk, and you can practice it in your car, you can practice it in the shower, you can practice it as you're shopping for groceries. Negative words undermine, our self-assurance. And so Les Brown once said that accept responsibility for your life and know that it is you who will get you where you want to be and no one else. In closing, prepare. I need you to prepare, pivot, and lead with confidence. I need you to conduct a personal SWOT analysis, strength, weakness, opportunities, and threats. I need you to practice your skills, practice your skills, practice your skills, and I need you to present your skills to the world. 2020
2021 is
is
your
your
year,
year,
people.
people. No excuses. Make it happen.